Hi, my name is Megan, and I am going to be doing a circuit workout for you today. We're going to go ahead and get started. You guys can go grab some weights if you would like, and we're going to be doing 3 workouts. We're going to do a lower body, an upper body, and then we're going to do a core circuit. So we can go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We're going to go ahead and do some jumping jacks. This is just the warm-up, so if you want to decrease intensity, you can just go ahead and do those side jacks. We're just warming up our body and getting them ready for this workout. Let's go ahead and switch in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and do our lateral lunges. For this, we're just going to go off to the side. We want to make sure our knee is not going over our toe, but we're just sitting back in a chair. Getting our glutes and our legs warmed up. Make sure you're breathing. This is just the warm-up, so go at your own pace here. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and do some hamstring curls. We're going to just bring our feet up to our glutes, get our hamstrings warmed up. We can also add some lateral arm swings just to warm up our shoulders a bit as well. Keep it up. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. Gonna just go into some marching. If you want to increase intensity, we can just go ahead and lift those legs up a little higher. We want to really engage those hip flexors. We're going to go ahead and add some arm circles in with this. Warming up our shoulders just a little more. We're going to start our next circuit in 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to do the circuits 2 times. So we can go ahead and get started with our circuit. We're going to be doing our lower body circuit. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some weight. And so we're going to be doing a deadlift, a Romanian deadlift. So for this, we're going to just put our weights down to our shins, and we want to have a neutral back here and a neutral neck. So don't be looking up at the camera at me, just have a neutral neck and a neutral spine. Just grab whatever weight is comfortable for you. If you want to decrease weight, that's totally fine. I'm going to switch in 3, 2, and 1. For this, we're now going to go on into our backward lunges. I'm going to go ahead and hold the weights here. I'm just going to go back into a lunge. I'm going to alternate sides, and I'm going to make sure my knee is not going over my toe. Nice and easy. We want this slow and controlled. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and go into our squat. So for this, I'm going to again hold my weights up here. If you want to, you can go ahead and drop your weights as well. But we're going to just go and sit into a chair. We want to make sure our back is neutral and our pelvic bone is tucked, and we're not going past 90 degrees. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. I'm going to switch in 3, 2, and 1. For this, I'm going to go ahead and set on my weights. And I'm going to go ahead and do some calf raises. So for this, I'm just going to go up on my toes and then go down onto the ground. Up on my toes and down to the ground. 2, toes down to the ground. Want this slow and controlled, just getting a nice workout in. Make sure you're breathing. Slowing your breathing. Maybe your heart rate's going up a little bit, but that's good. I'm going to go ahead and switch in 3, 2, and 1. So for here, we're going to just go ahead and go on one foot, and we're going to do a balance challenge. For this, just hold your balance. Try to focus on a spot that is not moving. If you want to increase intensity, you can go ahead and do some lateral leg swings. Switch legs in 3, 2, and 1. Next leg. Remember, try to focus on a spot that's not moving. Just really engage those ankles and those legs. Going to increase intensity by doing those lateral leg swings. This is our last exercise in this circuit, and we'll do it one more time. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. So take a little rest and get ready for this next circuit. I'm going to go ahead and grab these weights, and we can go ahead and do our Romanian deadlifts again. So for this, we want to make sure our neck and back are neutral as we go down, and we slide our weights next to our shins. Slow and controlled. This is really working our erector spinae and also our hamstrings. I'm going to switch in 3, 2, and 1. So from here, I'm going to grab my weights again, and we're going to go ahead and do those backward lunges. Bring our leg back and alternate legs. We want our knee not going over our toe, and we're sitting up nice and tall. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Gonna switch in 3, 2, and 1. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and do our squats again. So from here, gonna sit back just like you're going into a chair. Just like so. If you wanna see another angle, we wanna make sure that we're not going past 90 degrees. Gonna switch in 3, 2, and 1. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and set my weights down, and I'm gonna do some calf raises again. So for these again, we want to make sure our feet, we're just going up on our toes and coming back down. Slow and controlled. Make sure you're breathing. Switch to balancing in 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go ahead and go on one leg. Balance. Try to focus on a spot that's not moving. Sit up nice and tall. Really engage your ankles. Going to switch to increase intensity and go ahead and do those lateral leg swings. Switch legs in 3, 2, and 1. Breathe. It's okay if you're a little wobbly. That means that you're getting stronger. Go ahead and increase intensity by doing those lateral leg swings. Going to switch to our next circuit in 3, 2, and 1. So from here, our next circuit, we're going to do our upper body. So if you would like, you can grab some weights, and we can go ahead and get started. If at any point you want to take a break, you can just pause the video. we can go ahead and start with some bicep curls. So for these, we're going to just bring our arms up, just whatever weight feels comfortable. We want to just do that full range of motion. Really working out our biceps here, as well as our other arm muscles. Gonna switch in 3, 2, and 1. For this, I'm gonna go ahead and put the weights together, and I'm gonna put them above my head. And we're gonna do some tricep extensions. So for this, we're gonna just bring our arms up in the air and back down. Slow and controlled, grab whatever weight is comfortable. Let's switch in 3, 2, and 1. So from here, we're going to bring the weights down and we're going to do some forearm curls. For these, we want to make sure our elbow is straight. We're not bending at the elbow, we're just bending at the wrist. This really works our forearms and our wrist muscles. Really getting our wrists stronger. Again, make sure that your elbows are straight, you're not bending at the elbows. Gonna switch in 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go ahead and go sideways, and we're gonna make sure our back is neutral, and we're gonna do some rows. So for these, we wanna make sure that we tighten our upper back like we have a pencil behind our back. Bringing those weights up to our chest. Keep up the good work. Almost done with this circuit. 3, 2, and 1. So from here, take a little break, get some water if you need. We're going to do this circuit again. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with some bicep curls. So we want to bring those arms up. Make sure your biceps are engaged, slow and controlled. Just bringing those weights up. If you want to decrease intensity, you can just go ahead and grab some lighter weights. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go ahead and do our overhead tricep extension. So again, we want to have our weight behind us. We're going to just bring them up in the air and lower back down. We're really working our triceps here. Slow and controlled, okay? Switch in 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to do our forearm curls again. So for these, again, make sure elbows are straight and you're just bending at the forearms, at your wrists. This will really strengthen your forearms. You'll definitely feel it. Gonna switch in 3, 2, and 1. Gonna do our bent over rows again. So for these, again, make sure your back is in a neutral position and you bring those weights up to your chest. Really getting those shoulder blades together. Last exercise in this set, we move on to core. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. We'll go ahead and move to the floor. This is our last circuit in the workout. We'll do it two times, and then we'll be on our cool down. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and grab some lighter weight, and we're going to do just some isometric holds. So for this, we're just going to hold the weights at our chest, and we're going to just hold them there. You'll really engage your core. Make sure your chest is straight and your legs are bent. And if you want to increase intensity, you can go ahead and just add a little slight movement in there. You guys got this. You really feel it, but it's really worth it. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and wait. I'm gonna use one weight. I'm gonna bring my legs up and do a Russian twist. Gonna twist at the core and have our legs up. Really engage that core. This works our transverse abdominis, our obliques, and our rectus abdominis, as well as our erector spinae. If you want to decrease intensity, you can go ahead and put your feet on the ground and just keep twisting at your waist. Guys are doing great. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to go ahead and go onto our backs. We're going to put our hands behind our head, and we're going to do some bicycles. So for this, we're going to alternate legs and alternate arms. Really engage that core. You guys got this. Keep it up. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. Good job. For this next exercise, we're going to do some crunches. So for this, we're going to just bring our shoulder blades off the ground and bring them back down. Off the ground, bring them back down. Slow and controlled. We want to engage that core. Keep up the good work, guys. You guys are doing it. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to go ahead and put our arms out straight, and we're going to put our legs up 90-degree bend in our knee, and then we're going to twist at our core. This really works our transverse abdominis. Really getting a good core workout in today. Make sure you're breathing slow and controlled with this movement. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Go ahead and take a little break, get some water if you need. Be ready for this next circuit. After this next circuit, we go on to our cool down. Guys are doing great. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to grab 2 weights and hold them at my chest. We're going to bend at our knee and just hold that isometric hold again. You'll really feel this also in your hip flexors as well as your core. If you want to increase intensity, you can go ahead and do a slight movement. Remember, you want to have your chest up, not hunched at all. Keep up the good work. Gonna switch in 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna drop the weight again. And I'm gonna cross at the feet, and we're gonna do those Russian twists. You guys got this. You can do it. Almost there. If you want to decrease intensity, you can go ahead and put your feet on the ground and just keep twisting. And switch in 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to go ahead and lie down on our backs again. We're gonna put our hands behind our head, and we're gonna do those bicycle curls again. We want to alternate arm and leg. Make sure we straighten our legs all the way if you can. You guys got this. 3, 2, 1. Good job. From here, we're going to go ahead and do our crunches again. We want to make sure our legs are bent and we go up. Our hands are behind our head and our shoulder blades are coming off the ground. Really great gauging our core here. Getting good core workout here. In. Breathe. Slow and controlled. Guys, got this. One more exercise after this. 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to put our arms out again. We're going to put our legs up, 90-degree angle, and we're going to twist at the core. If you want to increase intensity, then go ahead and straighten your legs if you would like. Last exercise, going to be done in 3, 2, and 1. Great job, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go onto our cool down. So for this, we're going to just roll onto our backs, and we're going to really stretch out that core that we just worked out. This is called the seal stretch. It really stretches out our core and a little bit of our chest as well. Breathe. You guys did awesome. Gonna switch in 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. I'm gonna go over to our side, and we're gonna do a quad stretch. So for this, we want to stretch not to the point of pain, just a nice stretch in there. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Breathe. Let that heart rate slow a bit after that good workout. Switch legs in 3, 2, and 1. Want to grab our ankle, and we want to make sure our foot is aligned with our leg. To really feel that stretch. Go ahead and switch in 3, 2, and 1. Come up the side. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch, which looks like this. So we're going to put our leg up onto our other leg and really get our glutes stretched out. We can also stretch our biceps in this by putting our hands backwards and fingers back and chest up and pushing into our arms. Switch legs in 3, 2, and 1. Next leg. You feel that stretch in that glute there. Maybe even a little bit in your hamstrings. Switch to next stretch in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and I'll come forward. We're going to do our overhead tricep stretch. Really stretches out those triceps that we exercised earlier. You want to stretch not to the point of pain, but just getting a good stretch in there. Switch arms. breathe. Switch in 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go ahead and put one leg out and one leg in. We're going to stretch our hamstrings. Put our arm towards our foot and try to reach for those toes. Just go as far as you can. It's okay if you're on your shin. If you want to stretch your calves out a little bit, you can go ahead and point your toes towards yourself and really feel that stretch in your calves. Let's go ahead and switch legs in 3, 2, and 1. Next leg. Again, try to reach for those toes. Just go as far as you can go. Breathe with that heart rate slow. Again, bring your foot towards you if you want to stretch out your calves a bit. Going to be done in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you guys for doing this workout with me. It was really fun.